Hello everybody, B115 back here today, and we're playing Stanley Parable. This is yet another game I've tried to play and record, and has left me utterly annoyed. Elgato's just being a son of a bitch to me, and I don't know why, but yeah, fuck it. Begin the game. So, those who don't know what Stanley Parable is, it is a game that's like narration mixed with free will. Kinda like narrator's one person and you as Stanley are another, where you can make your own decisions. So the first time through we're gonna do it exactly as the narrator says. Then I think I'll only do 2 maybe, depending. I don't know. We'll see how we go so far. We got it done pretty fast the first time I played through it. Yeah, now I itch. My hand itches a lot. Only 12:45. Jeez. Do.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Now, which I love this guy's voice.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Until...
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Or really forget.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Woo, not press E right away, like a dingus. Control. Hang on, I forgot to sync. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
They're all dead.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Shift. Oh, that's right, I can't sprint. Oh, my lame gaming hands can't handle keyboard and mouse.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, I shall do that. Great mysterious voice. I shall call you God. Help me, God. What is this?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I'll shoot. Step outside. Other coworkers, representing coworkers, not supporting you more. Okay. That doesn't seem healthy. Get around that door. Gotta go
Coming
up.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Up. Nice red and velvet. Here's another way to end it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Indeed.
Shocked,
Glasses,
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What
an
dark
ostrich or a
secret was
peacock?
being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from
Terrible
him.
truth.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret
2845.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I've got a riddle for you. Press that E button. Da-da-da-da. Loading, 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 loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for
Put
long.
it now. We will see about that. Yeah.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that
Escape.
read Mind Control Facility.
Crouch. 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 Oh, I can't just click.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
TV.
What horrible secret did this place hold?
Over
Stanley thought to
10,000
himself. Did he have the
shells,
strength
but
to
nothing
find
to
out?
watch. The greatest fear of all. Nothing to watch on over 10,000 channels.
Now the monitors jumped
Hello,
to life,
427,
their true
where are you?
nature revealed. Each bore the
427, there I
number
am,
of an
right there.
employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
Hello.
reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them,
Yep, right there.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom
Right there.
meant nothing.
There I was. Where do I go? This way. Can't I just go back to do work? You know, cause random. Why did I slow down? Ah, 115.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
It was true though.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control
Hello.
all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
Yes.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
Well,
own
you
life
don't need to
in
believe or
someone
accept the
else's
facts.
Control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Very possible.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very
It says
place.
Linux.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I don't think that's Linux. What are you? Oh well. Power, go off. No, already there in 10 minutes. Probably less, probably like 8 or 7.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments
Yay.
away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Lot.
Where had his co-workers
Who
gone?
cares?
How had he been freed from the machine's
Nobody else is here. That one's
What
obvious.
other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Don't care.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this
Indeed.
mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
I pointed this out last time.
Perhaps his
Where are
goal
we?
had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
He did, but first, where did I go? What happened? This is not at all what I came into. That is like the one thing I want to complain about is it's different from where I was.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense
But the scenery is
possibility of the
beautiful.
new path
Very beautiful.
before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Yay!
And Stanley was happy.
So, and those who don't know, this has multiple endings. I believe that has 8 in total? Somewhere around there? Let's see, where are we at for time? So we'll just do the simple one.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Couldn't.
What if he had to make a decision?
Couldn't
What if
handle
a crucial
nothing.
outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited.
And wait.
Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
So yeah, those are what the 2 endings were for Stanley Parable. Hopefully I don't have to do that again. I will be so annoyed if I do, but what can you do? Not much to do. Da. So yeah. I'll leave that there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be back more with all the other endings I can do off the top of my head, which aren't a whole lot, but I'll do as much as I know, in which I think there's like 3 I know off the top of my head. Yeah. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Until next time.